Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The final endgame run of Returnal. Right now, we're starting up from the first biome yet again for the millionth time. But this time around, we've beaten all the bosses, meaning we can focus pretty much solely on trying to get through the game. Getting all of the now sun keys. Now, what's funny about that is that I don't know how you're supposed to tell that you need to get a sun key. The game didn't really tell you that, did it? What happens if you interact with this thing again? I forgot. What happens if you do this? You get like a cutscene. The moon. And then you wake up outside. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this goes oh, I see. This goes between the first 3 biomes and the second 3 biomes. Oh, okay. I get it now. So that's what that's for. Well, I want to do the first 3 biomes first, then we'll do the second 3 biomes, trying to get all the sun keys. That's interesting, actually. Any new logs? Because now I've beaten the game, maybe there's new logs. Shout out to Jack White, who just became a supporter of the channel. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Yeah, we have all the ship's logs unlocked now. Here we go. The last 3. Selene descended from her heavenly palace at Zeus's bidding. While all assembled tolerated her presence and understood her usefulness, they disdained her continued existence. The sinful shame of traitor that emanated from her stained soul was a stench that even catabatic winds of Olympus could not bear away. The following text has been recovered. Be of good heart, O king of the gods. I know well how to wash away the crimes of my brethren. So Selene spoke, so the deluge began. What the fuck did that mean? I have no idea. Lord of Noodle says, I feel sound design is one of the most important parts of games, modern games. Why don't you wear headphones? I have an ear condition. It started last year where for some odd reason, I was getting ear infections. Over the course of 2020, I think I got like 4 ear infections, okay? Essentially, if I don't wear headphones all the time, I don't get them. If I wear headphones all the time, I get them. So I have to pick and choose what streams I am in, and I'm not going to wear headphones. So for some of Returnal, I wore headphones. But the last stream, I literally beat 2 biomes and beat the game without headphones on, and I didn't need it. So I'm feeling like I don't need it. So there you go. Okay. Destroying the last Titan, Selene lit the pyre. Helios suddenly resurrected only to witness his own immolation. He screamed piteously the same sentence over and over. No one would listen. But the lone mortal in attendance was moved to tears and asked the oracles if they would translate into an understandable tongue. After a heated argument amongst themselves, they finally agreed. The oracle went down to the mortal's ear, while the Titan was screaming and whispered, we hold these truths to be self-aware that all men are uncreated, that they are endowed by their redacted, with certain unalienable, that among these are death, despair, and the pursuit of judgment. What on earth is this supposed to be? I have no fucking clue. What was for breakfast? Actually, I didn't really have a breakfast today. Because last night, I had some leftover food as my snack before I went to sleep. I woke up this morning with a stomachache. I was like, oh man, I guess I really shouldn't have been eating that heavy leftover food. So I just had a Mio water this morning. Actually, I take that back. It was a Crystal Light water. Crystal Light powder in water. It had some caffeine in it. And it actually settled my stomach. So now I feel good. So, okay. So, insert command cataclysm.bat. Warning, the action cannot be undone. Do you wish to proceed? Yes. Logic block activated. User cannot proceed. Zeos is watching. Who the fuck is Zeos? Insert command override logic block all. Sphinx says if there's no end of the world, how can the world end? Insert command there was an end. The gods died. No one remembers them. Their stories. Zeus faded away. Hera faded away. They all faded away, as do we. There will come another to tell our stories, but that is what we will have become at that point. Stories. I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry, but will I remember for you even if you cannot? Do you submit? Yes. Logic block override. User can proceed. Kronos is blind. And she will wipe away every tear from his eyes, and there will no longer be any death. There will no longer be any mourning or crying or pain. The first things have passed away. Helios says, will the second things be beautiful too? Enact prophecy. Format all. This is so weird because it's basically taking, like, religion and like prophetic things about life and death and things like that, mythology. It's combining it with scientific terminology like code. It's very weird the way it's combining those. Is there anything new in your crew quarters once you beat the game? Doesn't look like it. So outside, okay, so we're in the second half of the game. We want to go back to the first half to do the first 3 biomes and get the keys from there. Okay. An anonymous $1.30 tipper said something very nice, and says they don't want me to read out their message out loud, but they said something very nice. So thank you to the anonymous tipper. I appreciate that, and thank you for the kind words. There you go. I appreciate that. And by the way, that's perfectly fine. If anyone ever wants to contribute but not publicly say something, I won't read it. You could always tip me and say, "Hey, Phil, this is just for you. Please don't read it to the public," and I won't. Okay? All right. Let's get going. Our final run here. So let's go ahead and let's see what we get. I just put 5 ether in. What will I get? An undiscovered item. Key liquefier converts carry keys into max integrity. So if I have keys and I don't want to use them, for whatever reason, maybe I'm saying, I don't need it, then I could do that. An anonymous tipper to be $4.20 as you need to have done 5 house sequences before the sun pieces will show up in each biome. If you haven't done that yet, I would look for the house. Okay, we'll look for the house. I'm pretty sure I didn't do 5. I might have done 4, but I don't know if we did 5. So I will go look for the house. That's step 1. And thank you for that, because I didn't know that. Let's find the house. Up to $77 now. Thank you guys for the support today. Alright, let's find the house. What is with the targeting? I guess this is a different kind of gun now. You don't get the starter gun anymore. It's a different kind of gun because, man, just the aiming thing looks different, right? What is that? I don't know what I just shot. What was that? Was that a grenade or something? Why is it glowing red? Oh, it was the grenade. That's the thing that it hits damage over time. I've never really used it. Yeah, I never really used it. But it's a damage over time thing. Okay. I missed. Chopped his head off. Here's the last one. Right there. Look at that. It's a bunch of tentacles slapping him repeatedly. Slappy, slappy. Alright, let's loot the room, obviously. This is higher up, there's something. Whoa, that was the wrong button. Cool. Repair. Already max integrity increased. Beautiful. Very good. Excuse me. It's disgusting. Well, Jake likes cats. I agree with you that the Twitch chat, we all miss it. Okay, listen. We do. No one's going to say otherwise. We all liked the Twitch chat. We feel the Twitch chat was better. But I guess it's called a necessary evil. In order to continue to be able to do what I love. Okay. Oh, the tropian key. What does the item do here? The key liquefier? It turns it into something, doesn't it? Converts carry keys into max integrity. So if I have a bunch of keys I don't want, I can break them down into integrity, which is kind of cool. Alright, so right now I'm looking for the house. To do a house cutscene before I can find the sun keys. Detaches all parasites? Nah, I don't have any parasites. So I don't need this item. Simple Bubble says, is your home-style Italian sauce with delicious garlic bread an excellent snack choice for streams? I don't think I would want to be eating sauce and garlic bread for streaming. Like, that would be pretty gross and messy. Take that shit. We've already got one of the doors down there to go to a different biome, but I gotta find the house. I don't want to leave this biome until I find the house, so we're just gonna stay here. What happened? I honestly have no idea what happened. I was walking up the stairs, and for some reason the camera rotated while I was walking up the stairs, which I didn't do, and then she just changed direction and fell. Okay. Sure. Whatever you say. Okay, game. So this is where we need to go to continue. But if I go down, there's some items down there. I'll probably just keep going because I don't want to go to a new biome yet. ACDC to me $1.30 says, got any crazy stories from fighting game tourney days? Any crazy fights, riots, or flip outs? I mean, I've already told you the wildest story. The absolute wildest story of anything that happened was there was the ECC that I ran. All right, this was the late 2000s. And probably 2007 maybe. I don't really remember. It might have been 2007, 2008. I can't remember. But I ran at East Coast Championships, which was the biggest tournament on the East Coast of the United States. It was me and Josh Wigfall were the organizers, and we had several people helping us to run this thing. At the time, there was a player from the West Coast called, his name was Dark Prince, okay? And he was a huge shit talker, and basically, online, he was kind of known as being a troublemaker, okay? So this guy came to East Coast Championships, talking insane amounts of shit about games like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and the like. And not to say he wasn't a good player, he was a very good player. I don't want to make it sound like he was a bad player. He just basically got into a lot of drama with some of the shit talking and stuff online. He got into a lot of rivalries with people and a lot of negativity around the guy. To the point where, like, I think at one point Evo banned him. I don't know if that actually, you know, held or whatever. But I think at one point, like, he was getting into fights or threatening people online and they banned his ass or something. I don't know. I don't know the truth of the matter. But basically, this guy went to East Coast Championships. And when he was trying to play the games, everyone was giving him shit. Like, there was like 10, 20 people who would follow him around and just talk shit constantly to the guy. And try to distract him and shit during his tournament matches. You know, and, you know, admittedly, that could really throw you off in a competitive setting. You know, you're trying to play and people are just constantly talking shit in your ear and stuff. And it got to the point where, like, he got so angry about it because he was playing in matches, he was losing matches because of it. That he knew he didn't want to fight anyone in real life and go to jail or anything. So he went outside, he was so upset that he punched a tree. Like, he straight up punched a tree with his bare hand. And I believe, I mean, I would hope he didn't break any bones, but it looked pretty disgusting. Like, it was dripping blood everywhere. It was obvious he ripped all the skin off of the knuckles of his hand when he did it. And I just kept thinking, like, I can understand being upset, but why in the holy hell would you punch a tree? Like, even if you're the most upset person on the planet, all you're gonna do is hurt yourself. Like, why would you do that? I just never understood it. I to this day, I mean, listen, I've been upset, and, you know, I've done things like punch the wall, but when you punch a wall, usually, like, the wall has some give to it, usually. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I punch this wall right here, hard, my hand will likely make a dent in the wall. Okay? If you punch a tree, the tree is not going to give. You're going to destroy your hand. So I just don't understand why he did that. It was very confusing to me. Should I try this Dreadbound and see what it is? What is a Dreadbound? heck? How does this work? This is fucking weird. This gun is weird. I guess I'll try it, but it seems odd. I've never used it before. Anyway. I don't want these items. These are going to make a portal. Oh, wait. Well, hold on. I will grab that because I don't want the parasite thing. Which sucks. I guess I lost the item that turns the key into max integrity. I don't know what happened. I don't remember switching items, but apparently I did. So I don't have it anymore. Well, that sucks ass. So there's an item over here to grab, and then I'll go through these blue doors. Okay. Alright, Ian Chang Forever tipped me $1.30 and says, "Hi, cats are cool. How's Jasper today?" He's being nice. He's downstairs with Cat. I don't know if Cat is playing Mass Effect or whatever. Today. I have no idea. But he's being a cool cat today. Alright. Symbol Bubble feels that Project 7 was an underrated hidden gem. Thanks, that makes one of us who thinks that. Listen, I thought Project 7 was alright. I certainly didn't think that it was like a masterpiece or anything. Uh-oh. Oh! You missed. I don't know how this works, this fucking gun. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I don't know how this works. Oh my god. Did he die? He did. I used all my items. Fixes all malfunctions. This gun is weird. I'm gonna grab the Globber. I don't think I like it. I don't think I like the gun at all. Is that it? That's all that's in here? It was a boss fight. A mini boss. Okay. Weird. Hello, Kagome. Thank you. He says, I hope I'm having a good day. Thank you. That's a very nice thing to say. I would say I'm having a good day so far. Anyway, Project 7. Project 7 was something that I wanted to do because I wanted to branch out from just being a guy who played video games all day. I wanted to show that myself and my friends could do something creative. I knew that a lot of people had done online web series and were pretty successful with them. And I wanted to try my hand at it myself. Successfully overloads reduce alt fire cooldown by 3%. Okay. A resin was destroyed? That sucks. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to show that we could do something different than just play video games and dick around, you know? I wanted to show that we, you know, something creative, something we actually scripted and wrote, a creative series rather than just playing games all day. And I had fun doing it, but if anything, well, the thing I learned about it was that what I do now, like just playing games, having fun, doing interactive streams, doing on-demand videos, which is where I focused on back then, is very different than doing a complicated scripted series. A scripted series takes a ton of work and production value and skill. I didn't have any of the skill to do that stuff. I mean, I wrote a lot of the show along with everyone else. We all kind of teamed up and worked together. But I didn't have any filmmaking skill. I didn't have any video editing skill. I had nothing, okay? So I had to rely on others, essentially, to do a lot of the tough stuff of the show. And oh shit, another one. Oh no, it's just these guys, okay. And if anything, you know, when I stream, when I make a video for YouTube, that's all on me. You know what I mean? Like, it's all on me to get that done. It's all on me to be here on stream and be on time. It's all on me to put out entertaining content for you guys. Having to rely on others was a very different kind of a deal. And if anything, I learned, you know, when you're going to work with others, there has to be pre-set agreements. There has to be people sitting down to agree to certain amounts of responsibility and also expectations out of doing that kind of work. You know what I mean? Because what I feel is like Project 7 was a really good idea, and if it had continued, I honestly feel it would have actually gotten more popular. I do. I feel like it would have gotten more popular and people would have liked us for doing stuff other than just playing games. But the problem was, in order to do the show, you needed to rely on other people who had the skills to do it, and they had other expectations than what I had thought the expectation for the show was. And they didn't really express that to me, you know? Over the years, come to find out, apparently the guys who were doing... Oh, here we go. Here's how I get to the third biome, by the way. Right? No, that's the second biome. Okay. You know, over the years, come to find out that the guys who were working on it, Respect the Pack, apparently they wanted either... Oh, look at this. Reduce the malfunction probability, but greatly increases melee cooldown and dash cooldown. No, I don't like that. I don't want to have dash cooldown issues. You know, they were hoping that... Well, here's what they told me. Okay? Respect the Pack was a team of 2 guys who were both friendly with Howard. And one of the guys was basically a filmmaker guy who would film, and the other one was the guy who would edit. Okay? And what they told me when we started Project 7 was they wanted to do it because they wanted to use it as a way to launch their own channels and their own content. They felt that if they worked on a show for me, that if it got enough exposure and enough popularity, that they would basically get credit for it. And then that would allow them... Another resin destroyed, god damn it. That would allow them to get some eyes on their own content, because they had plans to become content creators themselves on YouTube. And they actually had a video or two that had some pretty popular stuff. I think they did a Pac-Man in real life video, where it was, like, one of them was walking down the street and all of a sudden started getting chased by the ghosts from Pac-Man. They were like 3D rendered ghosts chasing them. And they also had another one too, where I think it was like, I don't want to say real life Street Fighter, but it was something like that, where it was like Street Fighter stuff. And they were really good videos in their own right, but their channel or whatever didn't get any following based off the videos. The videos basically got a little bit of popularity on YouTube, but never really took off. Their channels never took off because of them. Okay? So they were hoping, hey, if we make a series with Phil has popularity on YouTube. Keep in mind, this was 10 plus years ago. Maybe this will rub off on us and people will actually check out our content on our channel or whatever. Like, that was their expectation of it, okay? That's what they told me. Now, over time, maybe that changed, but I didn't know that. You know, all I knew was the original conversations we had was that they weren't looking for money. They weren't looking for a piece of the take or anything like that. They didn't care about merch sales. All they cared about was they wanted to get popularity as a result of making this show. And what they wanted me to do was help promote their YouTube channel, which I did. I actually always had plugs to their YouTube channel and everything in the video of Project 7. So, you know, we made all these episodes of the show. And at first, I noticed everyone, like, loved doing it. And over the course of making the show, I kind of realized by the end, when we were made, like, the 4th episode, what really keyed me into the fact that they weren't happy was, we're filming the 4th episode or whatever, and then afterwards, they usually would stay in contact with me about editing the show and excited about, oh, when it'll be done or whatever. They basically, like, weren't even talking to me. Like, they had the show filmed, and I was like, okay, are you guys editing it? Like, how's it going? And they wouldn't really give me any updates or anything. And they were taking excessively long getting the show done, episode 4. And I was like, I wonder what's going on. And actually, I never told anyone this, but when they actually gave me the final version of the show, it was screwed up. The final version of the show, by the way, they said, this is it, we're not going to do anything else with it. When they gave me the final version of the show, the audio was all fucked up. All the audio levels were completely unbalanced. And I had to rebalance it myself, because at that point they basically had been like, oh, we're too busy to do anything else for the show right now. They wanted the show to go on a hiatus or whatever, was how they put it. But anyway, what I realized working on Project 7 is that even if you have an agreement and you talk with people about stuff, that things can change over time and it might not necessarily be an absolute. And so I now know that if I ever do something like that again, I would be in contact with the people involved and asking them, are you happy? Are you enjoying this? Are you getting out of it what you felt like you wanted to get out of it? Because the obvious case here with those guys in Respect the Pack was that wasn't the case. They thought they were going to get popularity on YouTube. They thought they were going to get extra video views. They thought they were going to benefit from it. And in reality, they did not. Their channel never really grew or anything. And because of that, they got upset. And essentially, what we found years and years later, you know, we're talking, that was 2012. And then they make a video in, like, what was it? 2015? I'm actually trying to remember exactly when it was. But they made a video years later. Well, I guess what it is, they had talked to Howard about it, and Howard made that video years later. Basically stating that they were unhappy that they wanted money for the work, even though they had never told me that. You know, they basically felt like they should have been paid for their work. They felt that I was making all the benefits from the show, and they were getting nothing out of it. In reality, there were no benefits of the show at all. I spent more money on that show than the show ever made. I bought all the props. I had bought 2 replica guns. The Gears of War gun that's in episode 2. Oh, excuse me, episode 3. It was hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I actually bought a giant replica assault rifle from Mass Effect that we were going to use in like a sci-fi RPG episode. And I never even used it, and that thing was like $700. Like, I bought a bunch of shit for the show. Like, I think all in all, when I totaled it up, between the outfits, the props, and everything that I bought for that show, it ended up being like $2,000. That show didn't make $2,000. The show made like maybe at most, when you add in all the ad revenue I made on it, maybe $1,000 on all the episodes. So we're talking all the promos that I ran for it, the 4 main episodes and everything, the trailers. So I lost money on the show. But these guys are of the impression that, like, I'm making tons of money and shit. Specifically, what I remember, Howard said in the video about Project 7, he was like, here we are making the show and making no money on it, and then Phil drives up in a BMW, right? It's like, dude, the money that I paid for the lease of that BMW was from my game channel. The gameplay ads had nothing to do with Project 7. Project 7 was a money loser for me. What I was hoping was that over time I would invest a bunch of stuff into a show that hopefully would pay off in the long run. You see, I wanted to diversify my content so that I wasn't only just doing gameplay, so that if anything ever happened with gameplay, I'd have something else to fall back on. I was hoping that the show would become popular. We'd do episodes, maybe seasons. You'd sell DVDs. You could do all kinds of crap with a show like that, right? So it was an investment for me to grow. It wasn't a show to make a quick buck on ad revenue or whatever. I think what it is that people very grossly overestimated how much I was making on ad revenue. Because if you just look at the episodes and the views they got and understand how ad revenue worked on YouTube, you would know that I didn't make that much on it. And based on what I had spent on the show, it was, like I said, I lost money on that show in a big way. Probably about $1,000. So, if anything, what I learned is that you got to have a lot of good communication with people. When you're doing something, a collaboration, you have to constantly be in contact and always be asking people if they're happy and make sure that there's no resentment and there's no bad feelings. Obviously, that's what happened there. Here we are for a year working on a show, Project 7, which in my opinion was a really good show. We all worked hard on the show, okay? And I feel that show, for the 4 episodes that are there, are quite good for the fact that we were all amateurs. None of us had ever done anything like that before at all, okay? So I was happy with how the show came out, but they weren't. They felt that they put too much time and effort and work into it, and I wish that I had communicated better with them to find out that they were unhappy over the course of that year and wanted something different out of it. Because then they basically blew me off after episode 4. They were like, nah, we're too busy, we don't want to work on it, we'll do it later. And then later on they just said, oh, we quit, we don't want to do it anymore. And then I just said, well, forget it then. I'm not going to try to even seek to continue the show with someone else. We'll just say forget it, right? So that's the thing. You know, I did everything they wanted. I promoted their channels. There were plugs in the videos. I was telling people, go check out Respect the Pact on YouTube. They do all kinds of fun stuff. I remember when they rebooted their channel to now be a gameplay channel where they were speaking in Portuguese. And I said, go over there, check it out. It's something really unique. But they were all upset with me, you know? So Project 7, I really enjoyed doing it. I liked branching out. I liked having the fact that there was something different that I was doing outside of just gameplay. But it sucked that it turned out that way, and I learned a lot about business relationships and stuff from that experience. I did. Okay, shout out to an anonymous $5 tipper who says if the fourth house doesn't open, or if the house doesn't open up in the first biome, which it's not, you have to go to the house in the fourth biome instead. Act 3 of the game is quick to complete, but it doesn't really give you much direction on what you need to do. So I have to go to, I have to teleport back and go to the fourth biome instead, which we will do. ACDC tipped me $1.30, says, I heard you have some sort of lower back injury. How does that affect when you were playing VR games or VR games in the future or moving equipment around the house? My back injury is much better now. I mean, it's never going to permanently go away, but basically in 2007, I was diagnosed with a severely herniated disc between the L4 and L5 vertebrae, okay? And basically, by the way, is the stream working? Because I just had a blip. Is everything all right? Stream's working? We had a weird blip for a second there. Hopefully it's working now. Okay. Basically, it was very bad. It was to the point where I had shooting pain up and down my right and left legs sometimes. Also, I had numbness in my legs. I had basically like loss of control sometimes in my legs, which is not good. It was really bad. And the doctor even said to me, if you hadn't come here now and gotten diagnosed and started treatment immediately, this disc would have ruptured and you might have severely hurt yourself for the rest of your life. So I'm glad that I got diagnosed when I did. Okay? But over the years, I made adjustments to my life and my lifestyle to make it so that my back would not be stressed out. And since I did that, my back has gotten progressively better and better and better. So at one point, you know, I constantly had shooting pain and numbness. Then it started to get better. And now in the last 3-4 years, really it hasn't bothered me at all. Unless I have a day where, for example, I'm on my feet all day long. Or I have a day where I'm carrying a lot of heavy stuff for whatever reason. Or, you know, a stressful day for whatever reason. Then I'll notice it again. But in general, my back is not that bad anymore. It doesn't really affect my lifestyle that much on a daily basis. Essentially, I just got to be careful. I got to be careful not to overexert myself, because if I do, then it could rear its ugly head again, and I'll feel pain. There are some days when all of a sudden I get numbness again. I'm like, oh, shit. But as long as I'm more laid back with what I do, it usually doesn't affect me. By the way, I lost a ton of weight since then. Since 2007, I've probably lost about 30, 40 pounds. Like, I was at 240 pounds at one point, and that was the big, you know, it was killing me. So, losing weight helped a ton. Okay, let's read the scout log.
Smothered fire. Cracked triptych. I affix one sun face fragment to another. Reignite the sun.
That didn't make any sense. Alright, so we have to go to the fourth biome, right? Let's go to the fourth biome then, to the house there. Where's the ship? To the right. Okay. I was a big boy back then. I mean, yeah. 240 pounds ain't nothing to shake your head at, man. I was heavy as shit. And, you know, just so many things were fucked up. My knees were fucked up because of it. I constantly would have knee pain and knee issues. And back pain and back issues. So, obviously, I needed to make a change in my life. And I did. I stopped overeating. I stopped eating terrible foods. So Georgie says, with all the hits and misses, do you think the future of gaming is VR? I never thought the future of gaming was VR. I always thought VR was a gimmick. Seriously, I always thought it was like, it'll be something that'll be entertaining and immersing. It'll create a level of immersion in certain kinds of games, but I never thought that it would change anything, and in reality, it hasn't. The best games, the most mainstream games, the games that sell the most are not VR games. In fact, VR games, sadly, don't sell as well nearly as any other kind of game. I think it's two reasons. Number one, because you've got this equipment, expensive equipment that you need in order to do it, and when you have a hurdle like that to even play the game, you're going to have less people who are going to be jumping into that experience. But in addition to just that, you've got the fact that VR has a lot of shortcomings. You know, VR, in reality, you need to have a headset on. The headset can cause fatigue. The headset can cause neck pain. The headset can cause sweat. That's uncomfortable, right? You need... Hold on. VR can actually cause a lot of issues with disorientation. Like for me, when I was playing some VR games, some of them I'd be perfectly fine, and others I'd actually get sick to my stomach playing. And obviously, who the hell wants to get sick to their stomach when they're trying to have entertainment, right? You want to relax when you're being entertained. You don't want to feel sick and shit. So I feel like VR, even though maybe there's potential for it to eventually blow up, we're just not there yet. We need to get to a point where the equipment isn't intrusive and make you feel like you're uncomfortable doing it. We also got to get to a point where there's no discomfort using it. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these things that I feel are holding it back. By the way, I have 5 now. I can go back and use the thing at the beginning. I have 5 ether. No, VR cannot give you cancer. That's ridiculous. So then you got people who are just over-the-top ridiculous saying that stupid stuff. That's not true, but... Obviously, when I played VR, it was a mixed bag for me, because some games I felt were really good in VR, and in some games I felt didn't really add much, or they were good, but then I got sick and didn't feel good and didn't want to fucking play it again, you know? Like, what was that game? It was, like, supposed to be about all the humans on Earth died, and you were the last one. You were representative of the humans. You were being taught by, like, planet Earth that humans destroyed the planet and shit. But basically, it was a horror game. There was monsters chasing you and shit. And... it was actually very entertaining, but about halfway through, I couldn't really play it regularly anymore because I was getting sick constantly. Really, I was like feeling like I had to barf playing the game. What I feel is that VR will eventually maybe take off, but it needs to be advanced further than it is. You need to have, instead of a giant headset, maybe just glasses that cover your eyes so you feel like you're immersed, but it doesn't necessarily have to weigh down your neck or whatever, and basically find a way to not make you feel sick. And I think that's the biggest problem, because if you understand how VR works, all right, VR is creating a perspective. You're trying to basically fool your body. Oh, I didn't know this hurts you. I didn't know that. You're trying to fool your body into thinking it's having an experience that it's really not having, and it does it through various different means. But when you do that, your body reacts as if those things are really happening. So, for example, if your body is seeing something that's not really happening, your body actually thinks that you're poisoned or you're hallucinating. And what it will then do is try to purge that from your body. So if your body says, oh, you're seeing a roller coaster, but you logically know you're not on a roller coaster. Your body says, oh, you're poisoned, you're hallucinating, and it makes you sick to your stomach, so you'll vomit and get the poison out of your body. It's actually a natural defense mechanism for your body. That's why you get sick when you do VR. Getting hit causes the suit to emit projectiles. Okay. So how on earth do you get rid of that natural reaction of your body? Like, how would you solve or cure that? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know how you would stop that reaction. Right? Why am I talking about stuff I'm not obligated to talk about? Because I like talking with a live audience. It's part of that whole immersion experience of streaming. I didn't realize they upgraded my gun to level 15 when I went to the 4th biome, but they did. You see that, right? It went to level 15. Okay. Baby Vaso to me $2 says, given the cultural climate of being an 80s kid, I'm curious your thoughts on Captain Planet. I thought the show was hilarious. Like, first of all, the show was so even by 80s standards and 90s standards, the show was cheesy as hell. And I don't know if anyone really took it seriously, although stuff like that, like, oh, you know, save the planet, stop it from climate change, stop it from pollution. Kids in the 90s were always told about that stuff constantly, but it was kind of like kids were told about it. I don't know if adults actually took it seriously. It was almost like, oh, the environment is a thing for kids to worry about, but you never really hear your parents talk about it. It was very odd in that regard. Oh, shit. Ah, I keep fucking this up. I fucked it up again. Did I kill them all? No, there's still tons more in here. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh shit, I can't. See, that's the room I need to go in to get the key eventually, but I don't have the thing unlocked yet to tell me to get the key. Ugh. Auto repairs at low integrity, but all fire cooldown increased by 5 seconds. I'll take the resin. Get 3 melee kills. Okay. No, but that was the funny thing. Like when I was a kid, you all see all these environmental oh, pollution's bad. Don't pollute. Don't do this. Don't do that. But I seriously, like, I heard it in school and stuff. I never heard adults talking about it. It was kind of like kids need to know about this stuff. Like, okay, so there was this show that was on HBO, and it was all about pollution and basically stopping pollution and stuff. Okay, and it was I remember that one of the things was it was a couple, and they were basically saying that all they do. Oh, I want the carbine. They were saying that all they do is they buy disposable stuff and throw it away afterward. They were I think they called themselves the Disposables. And there was a whole segment on the show about how buying disposable stuff is bad because if you do, you fill up landfills and shit with this disposable stuff instead of buying reusable things that you can wash and reuse or recycle. Buying disposable things like disposable plates, disposable utensils and stuff. And basically, the whole point was I was telling you it was bad. And it was a kid's show. Like, this show was for kids. And it's like, all the kids... Why are kids responsible for this? I guess what it is, they were trying to teach the new generation coming up about this stuff. But I guess the current generation, the adults had given up. The adults were like, well, the planet's fucked. The planet's completely, destroyed. So, we really fucked the planet up. Maybe if we tell the kids that it's bad, maybe this will fix it. By the way, I can now run through here, no problem, see? I don't have a key, though, which sucks. I can run through here, no problem, but I don't have a key to open the door. That sucks. I wish I had a key to see what was in there. Oh, well. Anyway, so what did I think of Captain Planet? I thought it was a super cheesy show. I did. I thought it was, like, really cheesy, and it was fun to watch. I liked the theme song, and I liked that the kids had superpowers that were elements and stuff, but I never took it seriously as, like, a show that I would watch, like, other shows that I really liked, you know? It was a show that every once in a while if it was on TV, I would watch it, but it wasn't like, oh, yeah, I always watch Captain Planet. No. I'll watch it casually when it's on. Oh, what am I doing? It's not an enemy. Oh, hey! What the fuck? The turret came out of nowhere. Well, that was annoying. These turrets are all laser turrets. What was that? I don't know what that was. Oh my god, I'm getting fucked up. What is hitting me? Oh my god. There must be one of those jellyfish things in here. Oh no, you know what it is? One of the turrets is shooting those rings. Oh, room of turrets. Oh, I got health and immediately lost it. Where's the turret shooting these fucking rings? I don't see it. Where the fuck is it, man? Is it way high up or something? It says I killed everything, but I don't... Where is the thing that was shooting the rings? What the hell? Well, I'm confused. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, the villain tipped me $10. What's up? What's the origin of your back pain? Was it playing Super Turbo for long hours or lifting heavy weights? No, in reality, I don't know what really caused it. You know, tons of different theories. When I was young, I got into a car accident, and since then, I always noticed that every once in a while I would have back pain. I mean, could that have been the original thing that caused irritation in my back and started the whole thing and compounded it? I don't know. I can tell you the day when I realized I had it was I went to play football with my friends. My people who normally I would play like Street Fighter and stuff with, but they had a get-together at a local park. And they were playing touch football, you know. Or was it flag football? I think it was flag football. I think someone had brought flags and stuff and everything. And we had a cookout, and we were playing football and everything. And I had a ton of fun, and I went home, and when I got home, I was in excruciating pain. And I don't know what happened. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, this has never happened to me before. And after then, my back was never the same. That was like the definitive time. Now, by the way, did I get tackled? No, it wasn't tackle football. So it wasn't like I was, oh God, I really hurt myself or anything. It was just like running around, catching a ball, and grabbing a flag off of someone or whatever. That's all it was. So, I don't know how I hurt myself so badly doing it. I can't imagine that it was from that one game, you know. I would think that it was from, over time, my back was getting worse and worse, and then when I was playing that game, somehow I irritated it really badly, you know. By the way, for the first time, I can actually go underwater here. First time ever I can do this. I got a cube. Sweet. This will unlock a permanent upgrade. An Roguelite Seeker. Because I have to get to a cube machine to use that. Nothing else down here? No. Alright, so the first time I was ever able to go under the water. That's cool. When will I play Divinity Original Sin 2? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna probably play it this week. I don't know exactly when though, but I likely will play it sometime this week coming up. Okay, I can't open that. That's this room I don't need to go to yet till I find the house. So let's keep going and try to find the house. Oh, it's this room. The room with the orb. Damn.
Why won't the music end?
Yeah, she lost her mind completely.
I silenced it, but now it's stuck inside me. I don't deserve this. Seasons don't fear the Reaper.
What on earth? She's nuts.
She hears the music too.
Wow, I got an additional consumable slot. Sweet. Is that permanent? Hold on a second. Is that a permanent upgrade? No, I guess not. No, I guess it's temporary. I guess it's not a it would have been cool if that was a permanent unlock, but I don't think it is. Okay. You know, I could really use a healing item, just saying. Permanent weapon trait. I need, yeah, here we go. Cool. Let's go to the blue room. Oh, I gotta find a house where I can do anything, which really sucks. We've done this before. Nope, I'm gonna keep the carbine over the driver. Yeah, we did all these memories before. Oh, I can now go to a new area. Look, I've never been over there before. Because I didn't have the ability to see the unseen platform yet. Now I can do this. So what is this? It's her. Or no, it's her mom, I guess, right? Supposed to be the astronaut. Ah, so it wasn't the grapple. It was the invisible platform I needed to get. Cool. Yeah, look, there she is.
A being that resembles me.
Yeah, because it is you.
How did they capture my likeness so perfectly?
Resembles you. No, it is you. Duh. It's obviously you. Increase protection by 50%. Upcoming malfunctions have some more severe effects. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. Yes, of course, I thought the air in Seattle fixed my back injury. I totally wasn't just, like, being silly when I said that. I seriously thought it was the Seattle air that cured my back. Fucking idiot. Dunce. Oh my god, people are stupid. Okay. Alright. An optional door over there. Well, one of my artifacts just broke. I think I got all the roguelites. Yeah, I got them all. Okay. Alright, it's claiming there's an upgrade over here. Behind it? Oh yeah, look. Right over here, get on this edge. There we go. Simple bubbles of the game reminds me of Control, would I agree? In some ways, yeah. I would say sometimes there's just the creepiness of the plot. The fact that the plot is so out there. Kind of like a fringe theory thing, right? I would say yes. The gameplay, absolutely not. The gameplay of this game is leaps and bounds better than Control. I feel. Somebody agree, somebody disagree. Uh-oh. It's a challenger, isn't it? Oh, crap. This sucks. Wow, I couldn't move. I was stuck. I couldn't go in there. How stupid was that? That was incredibly stupid. I took insane damage and I'm probably gonna die. There's no health in this room anywhere. This sucks. Oh my god, seriously? Oh my god, you saw how far he dashed? So that was a waste of 54 minutes. Yep, that was a complete waste of 54 minutes. I never found the house.
How did I keep going before?
Great. 54 minutes, 0 progress.
Always changing. Always trapped. Every way out is another cycle.
Sucks, but what can you do? That's the fucking game. Like, that is the game. So now I gotta keep going through this 4th stage until I eventually find the house. And then it'll tell me to finally do the challenge room keys or whatever. But I can't even do anything. I can't make any progress till I find the fucking house. Wow. Great. Oh, Obolite extractor, I don't have enough. Oh, my nose itches. Oh, look, a stupid ass impersonator. Let's get this fucker out of here. I don't know how this gun works for it. I tried it. It seems very odd. See how weird it is? Like single shots or whatever? I need health, but I don't see any. I have like 0 health. So this will always have a cube in it, apparently. Underwater thing will always have a cube. Fucking guy followed me. What a dick. This gun sucks. This gun sucks because if you miss the shot, you get fucked. What it is the bullets have to come back to you after you shoot them. You see that? You fire the weapon and then the bullets have to be returned. Which is terrible. That's a weird fucking weapon, man. Where the hell is their health? I don't even see any health. It claims there's health here, but I'm not seeing it. I need it. Where the fuck is it? Oh my god. I don't see anything. Where the fuck is this health that claims is here? Ah! A tiny bit of health. Small. You dicks. You couldn't give me more than that? Well, I'm using it. I need the shield. This is just a memory. I'm definitely not doing that. I guess we just gotta go through this other door. Oh, let's see here. Man in a pickle suit has sent me $5 to keep up the good work. Looking forward to fall New Vegas Marathon stream. Yeah, it should be a good time. On Tuesday, it should be a good time where you guys are going to help me to figure out exactly what kind of a build I should do this time around to make it different from my first couple of runs there. It should be a good one. Oh, actually, hold on a second. With Dre Day, just tipped me $2, says, this is a great concept, but roguelike and horror shooter don't mix. Yeah, I feel like I said, over the time that I've been playing this game, I really feel that, like, the game would have been better if it were not a roguelike. I'm not saying that roguelikes don't work. I'm saying that this game as a roguelike isn't very good because there's not enough plot development, and it just feels like, remember for that entire time that I couldn't beat the third world, there was no plot development in the game for like 10 hours of gameplay. Like, now I understand I'm dying and I'm you know, that's my fault, but why on earth couldn't there have been, like, for example, oh, let me grab this. Why couldn't there have been plot developments even when I failed? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I was sucking and dying, why couldn't it give you a little bit extra plot? Right? Like, that would have been nice. At least then it doesn't feel like you're wasting your time. It would at least feel like you're working towards something. But no, the game's just like, no, you have to progress to get plot. And so if you keep dying and failing and not advancing, you get nothing out of it at all. You're basically wasting your time. So essentially, I wasted 10 hours of stream time on this game and made no progress, right? So it's those guys that were doing the rings. Oh. I didn't understand that earlier. I thought that there was a turret or something in the room. It was those guys. I really could use some help. Just saying. It would be nice if the game does give me some help. Oh, this modified sidearm will have burst fire and homing missile and shrapnel abilities. I think I'm gonna go with the handgun. All right, at least I got health. Well, once again, I don't have a key. So without a key, I can't open. Oh wait, I do have a key. Never mind. I have a key. I can see what's in here. I've never been in this room before. Fixes or prevents a malfunction, detaches afterwards, reduces proficiency rate by 15%. Damn. It would fix the malfunction I have now, but then it would kill my proficiency rate, which I don't want. Alright, my current one reduces malfunction probability. Increases the chance of finding malignant items. That's actually a good trade-off. Shout out to Jack Bioris, who tipped me $2, or excuse me, he did a super chat. He says, go to Act 1 house for another cutscene. No, we did that, Jack, and there was none, which means I have to find the house in Act 4 in order to get the cutscene. That's what I'm working on right now. And Only Iced Coffee, tip me $1. It says vest time. Alright, thank you, Only Iced Coffee, for allowing me to hit the $100 vest reward tier. And now we got to decide what vest to wear. Let's see. We have to decide what vest to wear. Okay. I'm trying to think. Yesterday I wore red and denim. I also recently wore the camo. I'm wearing a dark blue shirt. Okay. The original and best. Alright, very nice. Big Papa Phil just tipped me $2. I was catching last night's Street Fighter action on YouTube this morning. The Balrog turret punches were hype, especially the final one I landed. Good shit. That was insane. I have never landed a final turn punch until last night. Seriously, I never have. It takes so long to charge it that you rarely get to use it, and when you finally get to use it, it almost always misses. I couldn't believe I hit it. So now I can actually say I hit a final turn punch in my lifetime. There you go. Thank you, Big Papa Phil, for the tip. Alright. Alright, I'm not going to grab these. No, I'm not going to use this at all, actually. So I wasted the key. Okay. By the way, time to split the part.